Number 4 is another one that involves inequalities, but we also have an absolute value with it. Now, the most important thing you have to remember with absolute values is if the absolute value is not already isolated for you, you must do that first. If you try switching the inequality in this form, you're not going to get it correct. So, first thing we do, we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And when we do that, so I'll just do that up here. If I subtract 1 from both sides, then what I get is 2x minus 1 is less than or equal to 9. That's the first step you want to do, is isolate the absolute value. The second thing that you have to remember with absolute values is you're going to get 2 different equations when you do these. One is going to be exactly the way you see it pictured there. The other one, you're going to flip the sign and make the other number opposite sign. So here's one equation like that. We're just going to drop the absolute values. That's the first one we're going to solve. The second one, we're going to do 2x minus 1. We're going to flip the sign and we'll make the other number opposite sign. So if it's positive, it's got to be negative. Now we're going to solve both of these equations individually and we're going to get 2 different answers. Going to add 1 to both sides here. We get 2x is less than or equal to 10, and then we divide both sides by 2. X is less than or equal to 5. That's one of our answers. This, we're going to add 1 to both sides. 2x is greater than or equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by 2 and we get x is greater than or equal to negative 4. Now, we're going to put both of these on our number line. So we're going to do one drawing for this one and one drawing for that one. So when we look at our number line that's given, we'll just look for negative 4 and 5 on the number line that's there. First one says x is less than 5. Okay, so less than 5, this is going to be closed circle now because we have the equal sign underneath, or you can use a bracket, either one. I know that this is going to be going that direction. Now the other one is x is greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay, so that one's going to be another closed circle, and this is going to be going this direction. Your answer should be where both of these cross or both of these have a commonality. Even though the other one goes all the way down this way and the other one goes all the way down that way, that's not part of the answer. We only want to look for the part where they intersect. So where both of these intersect, it would be between negative 4 and 5. This is also how you're going to do your interval notation. That's why I did the number line equation first, to get a visual on that. Okay, so then you're going to do negative 4 has a bracket, and then I have up to 5, and that would be your correct answer. Now if you try and do interval notation, something like negative infinity to 5, and then intersect negative 4 to infinity, something like that, you want to combine those both together. So if you were to put, let's say you put something like this for your answer, let's say you put negative infinity to 5, and then with a bracket, and then intersection negative 4 to infinity. Okay, now yes, that's technically correct as interval notation, but it's not simplified enough. So this answer here, you're not going to get full credit. You want to go ahead and do the top answer, because that's where you combine them both together. So although this is true, although you are describing intervals for each one, like the number line, we said that you want to actually only include the answer where it's intersecting. That's the same thing that you're going to do with interval notation as well. So instead, we don't want to put this bottom one. Instead, you just want to keep your answer as negative 4, 5.